Hi everyone, my name is Kate and I'm a senior in media, culture, and communications within Steinhardt. And I'm here to interview Dr. Stella Flores, the Associate Dean of Faculty Development and Diversity in Steinhardt. If you were starting your career all over again, what changes would you make?
Well, so I thought I was going to be an astronaut.
Okay.
But then I realized I didn't like scary rides and I didn't want to go to the military and run.
Okay.
But I always had a passion for education and social justice through my parents. My mom was a teacher and my dad a social worker, so that was always in our home, thinking about how education can improve the lives for everyone. So I worked in public policy for a little while and I really enjoyed that. But then got recruited by other faculty to also be faculty, so I didn't know I was going to be a faculty member.
Right.
So what would I change about my career? I think part of it is don't put limitations on what you think you're going to end up as, because thankfully I was open and ended up in a career that I absolutely adore. I can't imagine doing anything else, and that was because had I stayed on a very strict path, I wouldn't have been open. So I'm glad I remained open. What would I change? I wish I didn't have student loans.
Right.
Which I'm still paying.
Okay.
But my parents did not have ultimately the resources to pay for college or grad school, so I had to figure out how to do that. But, everything has been a series of opportunities I didn't expect, and obviously some challenges, but luckily I've always been able to figure out a way to make things happen.
That's good. That's very honorable. I was looking at your Harvard degree and I said, I don't think there's anything she needs to change, but that's great. And I think too, especially for everyone who's, a junior or senior and approaching graduation, I think they feel so constrained to their major or the field they've, I guess, been in the past few years. So it's good to be optimistic, it seems like.
It is. And I think I had great mentors who often told me I should be a leader and I should think about leadership. So it was always in the back of my mind, and ultimately that's what helped propel me into a leadership position now.
Right.
But, I think thinking about when is the right time and who you work for is very important. So I took my time in deciding that and feel good about it. So
that's good. It got you here. So this is probably less of a desirable question, but what is your biggest failure, and how do you use it, I guess, to help you today? What did you learn from it that's helped you today?
So I'd like to rephrase his biggest challenge.
There you go.
Failure. Well, I failed some chemistry tests.
And then you said no longer an astronaut.
I'm not. I don't like to run 10 miles in the morning. I think one of the parts in life that we forget, especially if you're going to be an academic, is taking care of your health. And so I didn't do that for a long time. It was all about studying and making sure that the papers were written and that your mind was sharp. And I think today's generation is better about thinking through a path for a healthy life. Previous generations maybe not as much. So I'm actually much healthier now than I was in my 20s and 30s.
Right.
It's taken a lot of work. I wish I had started earlier. I think if maybe grad school wouldn't have been as stressful.
Right.
So, but I've had the opportunity to be able to take care of my health now. I also have great health insurance.
That's good.
Things that a lot of people don't have. And so I think about, in terms of biggest challenges, is to have a comprehensive health approach to one's life, because it's easy to not take advantage of that, and prioritize. We all have to prioritize different things, different times of our life, but I lost my mom at 48. She was 48 years old. And she did everything right. Straight A student, married, the love of her life, had 3 kids, was an excellent teacher, and then cancer hits. And there's I don't know what we could have done to prevent that, but I think we never know what's coming in life, and I think the best you can do is just try to take care of yourself holistically. So that's one of the lessons I've learned.
That's good. Well, that's a smart approach. So also too, just making sure, I guess, you're enjoying the moment you're in, I guess.
Absolutely.
And obviously school is very difficult, but prioritizing yourself is very important. So that's a good outlook. And definitely a challenge rather than a failure. So, okay, a more enlightening question. So what do you like to do when you're not on campus?
Oh gosh, so I'm a big martial arts fan.
Okay.
Some of my friends know this. So I take martial arts classes. I love boxing.
Oh my gosh.
I love this whole boutique industry of fitness.
Yes.
You can take all kinds of classes.
Yes, like class pass.
I took a rowing class, and it turns out I could do it. I never rowed. I grew up in I grew up in South Texas. I didn't know what that was. So I have a lot of fun doing that. I love exploring the city. I travel a lot to see my family in Texas. And then I love exotic travel, adventure trips.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie when I travel. I don't like roller coasters, but I love rafting.
Right.
Things that take you out of your zone.
For sure.
And there's no way you can think about an article.
Right.
You're just thinking about staying alive.
Right.
That's very exciting to me.
No, that is.
So,
where's I guess your favorite place you've been?
So my second favorite city in the world is Barcelona.
Okay.
I will say the most spiritual place I've ever been is Machu Picchu.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I have a favorite. It's kind of like, what's your favorite movie?
Right.
And I think the most, the place that I couldn't believe that really took my breath away was at the very southern point of Chile, where you feel like the globe is turning there.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the world, and you can see stars. You almost feel like you can touch them.
Oh, that's
just
funny.
because it's such a different place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very neat. So aside from that, do you have any special talents? Aside from, I guess, getting this adrenaline rush that you're able to...
I know, I'm an adrenaline junkie. Well, I used to play drums growing up, so I was in a band in grad school.
Oh,
so
wow.
I played jazz and rock. I haven't played in a long time, probably 5-10 years now. But I was, being a drummer was a big part of my identity.
Yeah.
I cook a little bit.
Okay.
And I guess I'm like the aunt that takes everyone to amusement parks and Disney World. So I guess that's mostly money and interest, but my nephews and nieces think I'm amazing.
That's funny. That's a good trait to have. So then I guess too, it seems like you spend a lot of time with your family. So what's your favorite childhood memory?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's hard too. It's like, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite childhood memory: riding bikes in South Texas and sort of the streets, because it was so much fun, and you could go fast, and then sometimes the dogs would chase you and bite you, and so maybe that's where the adrenaline is.
Yeah.
So you're running from the dogs.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, but that was fun. That's where I felt most free and fun. So riding bikes in the country.
That's awesome. Do you have any siblings? I'm assuming you did it with?
I do. I have a brother and sister, and I'm the oldest.
Okay, got it. Okay, and lastly, so what's the best advice that you were given as a student that you would give to students today?
Yeah. So one of my advisors said, always keep your integrity. And so life and work are going to get hard and difficult. Many times throughout your life, you're going to face situations where you do not have control over making the ultimate decision. And so I think keep your integrity and move forward the best you can. And when you're in a position of leadership, do your best to make the right decisions, fight for those that can't fight for themselves. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Great. That's great. Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Flores.
You're welcome.
That was awesome.